The Auditor-General provides assurance to Parliament on the accountability and performance of the Victorian public sector. On the 12th of February 2015, the Auditor-General tabled his financial audit report, Water Entities, Results of the 2013-14 Audits. The Victorian water industry comprises 19 water entities and one controlled entity. A controlled entity is one that is owned or controlled by another entity. The water entities provide water, sewerage and trade waste services to the Victorian community. This report provides the results of the financial audits of all entities. However, the controlled entity ceased trading in August 2012. Therefore, our report and this presentation relates predominantly to the 19 water entities. An unqualified audit opinion is a clear audit opinion that confirms that the financial report and performance report are fairly stated. Unqualified audit opinions were issued on the financial reports of all entities for 2013-14. Parliament can therefore have confidence in those financial reports. The average time taken by the 19 water entities to finalise their 2013-14 financial reports was 8.8 weeks. All were finalised within the legislated timeframes. All 19 entities' performance reports also received unqualified audit opinions for 2013-14. Performance reporting has improved since the prior year, largely due to the efforts of an industry working group and the former Department of Environment and Primary Industries. However, further areas still require attention to ensure full compliance with the reporting requirements. The 19 water entities generated a combined net profit before income tax of $318.2 million for 2013-14, an increase of $234.5 million. All 4 metropolitan water entities reported a net profit in 2013-14, with 2 metropolitan entities reporting significantly higher profits as a result of increased water, sewerage and other prices, as approved under the regulatory price setting model, and higher consumption. Though the number of regional urban water entities reporting losses remained the same, 4 in both years, overall the regional urban water entities improved their financial performance, reporting a combined net profit before income tax of $18 million, compared with $6 million in 2012-13. The 2 rural water entities continue to report losses in 2013-14. The 19 entities generated revenue of $5.6 billion, an increase of $1.1 billion on the prior year. The 3 metropolitan water retailers increased their total water and sewerage charges to customers by $474.9 million during 2013-14. However, they had increased costs of approximately $490 million for bulk water, sewerage and other charges they paid to Melbourne Water, the system's wholesaler. Both increases are a consequence of higher regulated prices and consumption. The regional urban water entities' charges increased 3.5% in 2013-14, and the rural water entities' charges combined decreased by 3.1%. Our report highlights financial sustainability risks of water entities using 7 financial sustainability indicators as at 30 June 2014 and trends over a 5-year period. The indicator results are calculated using the financial transactions and balances of each entity's statutory financial report. Financial sustainability should be viewed from both a short and long-term perspective and over the trend period. 3 entities had a high financial sustainability risk rating at 30 June 2014 due to the magnitude of their operating losses. These in part are a consequence of the regulated pricing model, where there is a shortfall between the price set and the total operating costs. We intend to take a closer look at the regulatory price setting model in the future. The number of entities rated as having a medium financial sustainability risk at 30 June 2014 increased from 7 to 10, with this being the first year that all metropolitan water entities are rated medium risk. For the metropolitan sector, trends for 5 of the 7 risk indicators declined over the period. In particular, 3 of the 4 metropolitan water entities' ability to replace assets using cash generated by their operations has deteriorated. Trends show there is an increased risk to financial sustainability for the industry over the 5 years to 2013-14. In 2009-10, 14 water entities were assessed as low risk, with 2 water entities classified as medium risk. A different picture is evident at 30 June 2014. While increased profitability is apparent for some water entities in 2013-14, several continue to face challenges repaying growing debt, while also continuing to meet ongoing financial obligations to the state, such as taxes and levies, and addressing efficiency measures from sector reform, as experienced with the former government's Fairer Water Bills initiative. The depth and breadth of debt refinancing is an area we plan to assess more closely in future reports. We reviewed the effectiveness of audit committees in discharging their responsibilities, including how they oversee an entity's control environment, the accountability of senior management and key outputs, and their relationship with internal and external auditors. Our review shows a satisfactory situation, where the role is being carried out in an effective manner. We did, however, identify opportunities for improvement to audit committees' engagement with internal and external auditors, the nature and conduct of self-assessments, and fraud reporting. Further, elements of committee charters also require improvement to reflect better practice. Gifts, benefits and hospitality are offered by and provided to water entities and employees for a variety of reasons. There is an expectation that water entity employees should hold high standards of ethical behaviour and not accept gifts, benefits or hospitality from parties seeking to unfairly influence decision-making. The number of gifts, benefits and hospitality offered and/or accepted by the 4 metropolitan water entities increased from 423 in 2012-13 to 588 in 2013-14. We assessed the management practices and oversight of gifts, benefits and hospitality at the 4 metropolitan water entities. The main types of gifts, benefits and hospitality received were tickets to sporting events, luncheons and dinners. Overall, the entities had the minimum required policies in place, which are appropriate to manage the receipt of gifts, benefits and hospitality. Although policies and procedures were in place, improvements are needed to improve their gifts, benefits and hospitality policies to ensure they are fully consistent with the Victorian Public Sector Commission's framework and the former Department of Environment and Primary Industries model policy and guidance, and that policies are reviewed within specified timeframes. Require all staff to complete a gift, benefit and hospitality declaration form for reportable gifts, which incorporates all better practice elements set out by the Commission and the former department and retained in a central repository, and enhance the contents of their gift registers to include all elements proposed in the Commission's framework and the former department's model policy and guidance. Overall, 18 recommendations have been made. 3 specifically relate to financial reporting processes and 1 relates to performance reporting processes for water entities. 2 specifically relate to the Department of Environment, Land, Water and Planning regarding the performance reporting framework. 5 recommendations for water entities to consider regarding audit committees, and 7 recommendations for all water entities to consider regarding management practices and oversight of gifts, benefits and hospitality. The 4 key recommendations driven from the report are shown here. All our reports are available on our website. If you have any questions about this or other reports, or if you have anything else you would like to discuss with us, including ideas for future audit topics, please call us on 03 8601 7000 or contact us via our website.